This is Caffeine Coils, and I'm Deanna.
And I'm Jenny.
We have a special guest with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Theo.
Hi, I am Theo Stathakis, and I am the Director of Marketing at Mingador's.
Hi, Theo.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Deanna, what is our hot topic for today?
Theo is going to tell us about the benefits and the process of becoming a fad dealer.
Okay.
Awesome.
Or fad, because dealer's in
Yeah.
just the D, so
Yeah,
becoming a fad.
There's a few different levels, so we'll go through.
Okay.
all of
Yeah,
those
well, let's
levels.
start there. Can you just kind of explain what the tiered levels are and what the benefits are of each one?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got 3 different tiers that we provide for our dealers. So there's standard, which is the kind of entry-level dealer. So if somebody's just starting off, if they're a technician that worked for a while that kind of went off on their own and wanted to start their own business and get some of the benefits that we provide for a standard dealer, those might include co-op money, access to different programs and promotions that we might provide for those customers. You can start off as a standard level dealer. As you grow and progress, or if you're a more established company coming to partner with us, we've got a partner level dealer. So that gets you a little bit more access to financing promotions that we provide. Us and the factory provide financing promotions, a few more incentives. You get some discounts and things like that come from directly from Carrier and Bryant. And then also you get access to our trips too, incentive trips as well.
Okay.
And then also the next obviously top level is a factory authorized dealer. So that's going to be you have to go through a process with Carrier and Bryant in order to become a factory authorized dealer. You can't just claim that you're one. And you get the highest level of co-op accruals. You can get trip points, additional trip points for that, and then you get access to special financing promotions and things like that from the factory.
Okay, pretty cool. So I know that kind of ties into like the aftermarket preseason promotion that we run
Yes.
twice a year. And you can actually opt when you buy your aftermarket parts and supplies with us to get those trip points as well.
Yes.
And kind of like bundle those up so you get extra.
Absolutely.
And the trips, y'all, are good.
Yeah.
Like the trips are they look fun. I've never been on one, but
Yeah.
they look really fun.
Yeah, generally we have a fun in the sun type trip, so we go to Caribbean or something like that, go see some beaches kind of before the busy season starts, and then we've got the big trip, which is the 2-year trip, so you accrue points over 2 years, and you get to go to a very cool location. So the
And
last
a lot
one,
of these trips are like international too,
yes,
right?
all of them pretty much are. We occasionally will have some that are here in the States for the smaller trip, but for example, we've done South Africa. The last one we just went on was Argentina. And then the one upcoming is Croatia. So it's going to be
wow.
really cool.
This sounds like something Caffeine and Coils should be involved
You
in.
know what? Maybe Caffeine and Coils can sponsor a trip, and then y'all can go on there.
Listen,
You
I
can be
just
the
feel
coffee
like
sponsor.
we need to record internationally just to check that
Yeah,
box.
just-
Yes, yeah.
We need to be there to cover it
Yeah.
live.
It'll be a little expensive, but we might try that. Scott gives a thumbs up because he wants to do it.
So what is the application process and the timeline like for becoming a factory authorized dealer?
So a factory authorized dealer, like I said, that's generally going to be your bigger, more established dealers. In order to get started in that, generally you had to have done business with us for a few years and kind of prove that you are what a factory authorized dealer is meant to be. They're the best of the best out there. So with being a factory authorized dealer, there's certain things that you have to do in the eyes of Carrier and Bryant as well. To get the process started, you've got to have proof of insurance, workers' compensation, and then also 50% of your technicians have to be NATE certified. So you submit a list of technicians, they go in, check their NATE numbers, and make sure that all of those, or at least half of those technicians are NATE certified. And then the biggest thing is you have to have, we call it a loyalty percentage. So you have to submit your purchases, whether that's Carrier or Bryant, and then all the other brands that you might buy for equipment. And 75% or more of those purchases have to be with either Carrier or Bryant. We know not everybody's going to buy just Carrier and Bryant equipment. There's situations you can't pick what a homeowner might want in some situations. So we'd say 75% and up, you are eligible to be factory authorized dealer.
So this isn't really something that you can just decide to do and then become a factory authorized dealer. It's a
Correct.
longer process.
Yeah. Like when you start off, if you're new dealer, you start off on the standard, build up to partner, and then you build up to factory authorized dealer. A lot of times there's dealers who might have been on a similar program with another brand. And when we bring those dealers over, we have what's called a conversion program. So we allow them to slowly convert over to our brands. And if they were one of those dealers in the past, generally it's a quicker process just because they've been established in that program with another company in a while and they're a more established customer. So it's a little bit quicker, but we still have to go through all that application process with the factory and make sure that it's all good.
Okay. Well, what kind of resources does Mingledorff's provide to new dealers during the onboarding process?
So I would say, when you start off as a standard dealer, the first thing that you get is you get co-op funds. So it's not a huge amount, but you accrue co-op funds based on your purchase. So you buy more, you get more funds. And we like to say that, even at the standard level, just that lowest level of dealer, we want you to be a flag flying Carrier or Bryant dealer. So you can use those co-op dollars to actually bump up your advertising, and we pay for part of your advertising when you do that. So that kind of helps you get your name out there in the market. You just have to make sure you're using the Carrier and Bryant brand when you're doing that, and that's kind of how we help support financially. There's a lot of other things that you get when you become a dealer of ours. So you get access to a lot of our training and HVAC partners. So on My Learning Center, you get to do a lot of those trainings. Some of them are free, and it helps you grow as a dealer. And then we also provide, business training. So our business development group, Gary Turner and that group, you can come in and you have access to them for free, and they can come in and help you with your business, whether that's finances, your proposal software, all kinds of different things that we use to kind of help grow a dealer. We always say that we equip HVAC professionals to succeed, and we want to, as they grow, we grow. So we want to make sure we're watching or seeing everybody grow together, and we do what we can to help promote that.
We talked with Gary Turner on a few episodes ago. Well, it's probably been quite a few episodes ago now, but so every level has access to the business development group as a dealer.
Yeah,
okay,
if you're a flag flying, Carrier Bryant dealer, then we're going to give you access to that group. So it's completely free.
Yeah, that's a really unique program that I think we offer that not a lot of other distributors offer. Is really teaching them how to be good business people.
Right.
So that's something that you should definitely take advantage of if you're already a dealer.
Right. And like I said before, a lot of people that jump in and start a business on their own, they were technicians for a long time. So, they know the technical side of the business very well, but the business side can be really daunting. So it's like, we can come in and be like, all right, this is how you need to set up your finances. And, there's different levels that you need to get to, a partner or a factory authorized dealer, and we'll help you grow into those levels when you need to add a truck, when you need to add a salesperson, all those types of things.
That's really good information.
Now, you said that there was like a specific percentage of Carrier and Bryant that they have to sell. Is there a certain number, like a certain dollar amount that they need to be selling in order to become a standard? Or
not necessarily, because it varies in different markets.
Yeah.
There's some people here in the Atlanta market that are going to sell lots more, so we don't want to put a specific dollar amount on it. If you're in a more rural market, we know there's not as many people out there, there's not as many homes, so
right, yeah.
You're not going to have the same volume that you do, but as long as you're doing the right things and you're selling at least 75% and up on Carrier and Bryant equipment, you have that opportunity.
I know you mentioned having kind of like radio commercials and different advertising. What's the full list of the marketing and promoting that we help our dealers do? It's
a lot. So our HVAC Lead Pro program, which is kind of our group advertising program that we provide to our customers, you can do pretty much anything that you can imagine when it comes to traditional marketing, which is radio, billboards, TV, things like that. And then, the more important stuff that we talk about nowadays, especially when you're getting established, is the digital side. So your website, your SEO, your PPC, getting your reviews up, all those things. We provide a program. It's actually a discounted advertising program through our advertising vendor, All Contractor Marketing. And we got about 120 dealers in there. So it kind of helps us discount it a little bit more. When you have a group buy of all that stuff, it gets a little bit cheaper, so we can help discount that. Mingledorff provides a little money on the top, and anything that you can think of, postcards, all that stuff. You buy into this program, you enroll, and then you get your advertising for an entire year. You get that set up, and we split it up into, we call it 10-month interest-free financing. You don't pay that full bill up front because we know that that's a lot of money to spend for a customer right off the bat, especially if you're new. So we split it up over 10 months, and you can actually finance that a little bit and make it easier to stomach that bill. So
that's another thing that I think is such a daunting task for all of our dealers, is just the thought of setting up your own website and trying to figure out and navigate those SEO terms and how to come up in the right place on Google. Like I am in marketing, and I feel like I would be overwhelmed if I was tasked with that. So it's great that we have a company that helps alongside them. Do that.
And we've been doing it for a while. They've been doing it. They were actually contractors, they were dealers at one point, so they kind of knew the business from that direction, and they kind of started their marketing company, and they know a lot about all this stuff. So, like you said, we're in marketing, but some of the stuff that they know is just on a different level when it comes to it. So it's a lot of times easier and cheaper for you to go to this company and get into our HVAC Lead Pro program, and they can kind of handle it all for you. And it's not set it and forget it, because you have to have some input on it, but they create the website and they get you built up in your market, and they help you grow. They send you leads. They get trucks in driveways.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Besides what you've already talked about as far as, co-op funds and trips and all of that kind of stuff, is there any other rebates or special pricing that the dealers get?
Yes. So as a partner level dealer and up, you start getting access to some of the financing programs. So that was Cool Cash and Bryant Flex, which are kind of like the seasonal programs that the factory, Carrier and Bryant, provide. So you can provide rebates to homeowners directly. I think some of them might be up to $1,500 off of a system depending on what they buy. So you get access to a lot of those. And then sometimes we'll have different promotions throughout the year where we'll add an additional rebate, in those kind of shoulder seasons to kind of help out. And you provide that rebate directly to the homeowner. Some of it, you have the cost on that. We provide a little bit, and Carrier and Bryant provide a little bit on it too, to kind of help make that sale with the homeowner.
Awesome. Are there opportunities for dealers to participate in any other exclusive programs or events by Carrier or Bryant?
Yeah, there are. So it's generally tied to mostly factory authorized dealers. They have, you've been on the CFAD meeting trip. There's the Bryant Dealer Rally where they go to the Indy 500. Generally, a lot of the times you have to be, there's a factory authorized dealer, and there's another level, which is award winners. So they have awards on the Carrier and Bryant side, President's Award on the Carrier side, and then Bryant Circle of Champions. And if you win those awards based on a scorecard of metrics, you get access to go on those trips. So I think generally the top 5% of factory authorized dealers win those awards. So that's pretty big jump. But you do get access to those. You are able to go to those industry events and kind of learn a lot more. There's a lot of cool information. They kind of put out what they're doing in the future, Carrier and Bryant, so you can kind of get, I don't want to say early access to it because it's out there. And then if you're on one of our program levels, there's our dealer meeting. Our dealer meeting is the big one that, our whole marketing team knows that that's a huge undertaking that we have pretty much every year for the most part. But we bring everybody in and talk about what's upcoming, talk about our different programs and promotions. We have Carrier and Bryant there as well. And there's, as y'all know, a huge trade show. Y'all done the Caffeine Coils during the trade show.
That's right.
And you get to talk with a lot of the industry experts, vendors out there, kind of learn about new products.
I know. I think they do a really good job putting together events to really keep us aware of the industry changes that are coming up, and just to really make sure that we're all on the same page and support us. And that goes for both distribution and dealers. So
Definitely.
that's really nice.
Yep.
What advice would you give to someone that's considering becoming a Carrier Bryant dealer as far as what to do to plan their business or to prepare their business?
I'd say, it's a really big task when you're considering starting a business or becoming a Carrier Bryant dealer. And you need help. a lot of times it's impossible to kind of do it by yourself. You don't want to be the person working in the business. You want to work on the business. So reach out to us. We've got all the resources. If you want to go to our website and hit that partner with us link, we'd love to hear from you and get you in touch with a territory manager. And that territory manager can kind of help lead you and guide you. We think our territory manager, a lot of people say they're salesmen, but they're actually, we call them business partners with our customers, because they really know, they've got experience in helping customers grow their business. So if there's things that you're worried about, you might be lacking in, we're more than ready to jump in and support you with any of the programs we've got, advertising, business, all those things. So I would say just reach out, talk to us, and we'll get you talking with a territory manager, and we'll get you all the help you need.
Yeah, talking with people, it helps you to think about things that you weren't even considering. It really gives you a different perspective. So.
And then also, sorry not to cut you off,
Right.
but things like our dealer meeting, we share best practices that we've seen, but also we get other dealers out there. That's the one thing about the HVAC industry, is that all the dealers that I've known and interacted with, they are more than willing to get out there and help other dealers. Sometimes even in competitive areas, because, everybody knows that a rising tide lifts all ships. So we're really big on bringing our dealers together so they can just talk and just be like, hey, what are you experiencing? How can I help you?
And as someone who's worked for multiple distributors now, I feel like we have a very unique advantage as a distributor, because we really help build this whole community. Like, it's more than just selling them equipment or
Right.
selling them parts and supplies. We help build this whole community around them to help lift them up.
Right.
And I think that's really sets us apart as a distributor.
Yeah, absolutely. And we say it a lot. It's more than just boxes.
Yeah.
Our tagline is equipping HVAC professionals to succeed. So, equip is, equipment. Everybody thinks equipment there too, but really it's anything and everything that you can think of, we're there. And we'll bring in people. I know a lot of dealers that they will have built such great relationships. They'll pick up the phone and call somebody in another one of our districts and be like, hey, you were talking about this at a meeting. How can I help? How can I implement this in my business? What were the steps that you took? And they are more than willing to help you out and kind of guide you that way. So.
And that's really unique, because
Yes.
that doesn't happen in every industry
Yeah.
either.
Getting into the marketing side of things, I was very surprised to see how much that actually happens. Like I said, even in competitive areas, they're willing to help out each other. So it's awesome for the industry.
It is. It's really awesome to be a part of it. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. You got any further questions?
No. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, like I said, if anybody out there is looking for help, wanting to become a Carrier Bryant dealer, we're more than willing to talk to you and then get you all the resources you need, because we're here to help.
And tell
y'all
us one more
succeed.
time how they can go about contacting us and reaching out if they're not already an existing dealer.
Yes, so our website, there's a big red button on the top right that says Partner with Us. Just fill out that form. It actually comes to me, and then I'll make sure that we get you to the right salesperson, or just walk into one of our branches. Go and talk to our ISPs, talk to our DCMs. They know a little bit about these programs, so they can kind of help guide you a little bit, and then they'll get you in touch with a lot of our salespeople are in the branches all the times too. So there might be a territory manager that might be, sitting there ready to talk with you. Might take you to lunch. You might get a free lunch out of it. It'd be pretty cool.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
course,
I know
thanks
we
for having
have, we always end each episode with a game, as
I
you know.
Yep.
And today I'm putting both of y'all on the hot seat.
Oh, goodness.
So
Just
we
get off here.
have Caffeine and Coils specific trivia.
Mhm.
This episode of Caffeine and Coils is sponsored by New Calgon. Ever had that sinking feeling when a system's losing its cool? Don't let a tiny leak turn into a major headache. New Calgon's Easy Seal Ultimate has proven to be the #1 trusted leak sealant brand. It's the strongest and fastest leak sealant on the market. Easy to install, works with all refrigerants, and permanently seals even larger leaks. Stop by your local Mingledorf's branch today and stock up on New Calgon's Easy Seal Ultimate to keep your systems leak-free and your customers happy.
I knew it was going to be something like this. I always tell Jenny and Deanna that I'm the #1 Caffeine and Coils fan because I have to listen to every episode. They're great, but I have to listen to every episode before they go out. So I just hope I don't fail. I don't hope I don't
Okay.
look too bad.
There are going to be some challenging ones,
Okay, that's
but
fine.
hopefully you'll know.
Bring it.
Okay, in the HVAC acronyms and terminology episode, what was the slang term for mastic?
Duct butter.
Yeah, damn.
There you go. So duct butter or Pookie was like an acceptable
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
We actually just talked about this last week too, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, from the HVAC horror stories episode, what costume did Deanna make as her favorite Halloween costumes? You can't answer this one. You gotta let him answer. Because you made the costume. This one wasn't very fair.
I got nothing.
I think we talked about it too on the upcoming Halloween episode, but it hasn't aired yet.
You're gonna say it. I'm gonna immediately remember it.
She made her Dalmatian costume.
Don't remember that.
You don't remember that? It's been almost a year.
I've got to post that picture.
Oh my gosh,
So you guys can
please,
see
so
it.
we can share it on the Big Lord Stories. Okay, number 3. From the business development group episode, name one of the 5 gifts Gary told us he didn't want for Christmas.
Socks.
A pink slip.
Yeah.
Okay, socks was not an answer, but the severance notice from Big Lord was definitely it.
All right, that's enough for this episode of Caffeine Coils.
Acceptable answers would have been a toupee,
Mm-hmm.
Birkenstocks, shorter length pants. So he said he's not into the
Well, exactly what I'm wearing. Thanks, Gary.
Soccer stuff, or a severance notice from Big Lord. Okay, on our ISP experience episode, what fast food chain did Josh work for before coming to work for Mingle
Chick-fil-A.
Doors? Yes, look, you got that one. Isn't it funny that on that one and on the DCM episode, they both worked for Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
That is funny.
Okay, in the Tech Growth Guide episode, what is the rate of growth for the HVAC techs to come into the field compared to other careers? It's funny because Cody quizzed us on this one not that long after I pulled these questions. And I absolutely
I forget, it was
knew
like 56% or something.
No. That's
Oh.
a little
15?
optimistic. Still a little optimistic.
25.
No.
5?
6.
Oh.
So other careers are 3%.
Okay.
So it's twice as much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question. On the A2L equipment changes episode, who does Howie recommend reaching out to in order to check if your current tools are A2L compliant?
The vendors and the manufacturers of the tools.
Yes, there you go. You got that one. All right, well, it looks like it was kind of tied there. One of the questions you couldn't answer, though.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't
Yeah.
fair, but I'll give it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was fun, though. It was fun, like, going back to
Yeah.
listen to the episodes to get the trivia for it.
Yep.
All right, well, that's it. So don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.